this, I feel like I deal with a lot of issues because of lack of relaxation and sleep. I'm a student at DePaul University, and I feel like I've talked to a lot of students, friends, that are in my same position, and even kids that are younger that have the same issues because they don't get the amount of sleep they need. Recently, the causes for that I have a job, and it's been because of schoolwork a lot of the time. So that always takes up a lot of time, and it keeps me up late at night, and it makes me wake up really early in the morning. I even made sleeping more one of my health goals for this class, and I noticed after reviewing it that I'm getting about 4 to 5 hours of sleep, which is kind of scary to see because we've always been told 7 to 8 hours is what's healthy or what's good for your body to function. And I've just noticed I'm a lot crankier throughout the day. I have problems focusing, and I've already fallen asleep in class. Something's playing on this, so. Anyway, it seems like in general everything is harder to deal with when I don't have the right amount of sleep. And I think a perfect example for this is the airport. I know it's kind of random, but when I think of an airport, I think of lack of sleep. Everybody's trying to get, I don't know whether they're going on a work meeting, they are trying to get from one place to another, they're getting together for a vacation, they have planning to do, organizing their family. And I feel like it's a place where a lot of people don't have a lot of energy because a lot of people don't get the right amount of sleep. O'Hare, at least in Illinois, I know is known for being really like a cranky, irritable type place, and I totally agree. I've had really sassy people that I have encountered there, and I definitely think that's a perfect explanation of when you have lack of sleep, you're not yourself. So in society today, I think that students specifically have goals of perfect grades. They want to be in the hardest classes, they want to do their best, they want to have jobs, be in sports. They want to be the best at everything and still have free time to spend with their friends. And I think it's definitely in our society, if you're not busy constantly and you are relaxing often or are getting a lot of sleep, it's looked down upon. It's a negative thing. Being busy makes you a stronger, better person. I feel like it's viewed that way. I definitely think that we are expected to put other priorities in front of sleep and relaxation for ourselves. And I don't think that we all see the value that is in relaxation and sleep specifically. It's been established that doctors have not figured out the exact purpose for why we sleep or need to relax, why our bodies need to take time to relax. But there have been studies done that prove that people who suffer from lack of sleep suffer similarly to people that lack other vital functions, like eating. You get crankier, it's harder to focus. The same thing happens when you don't have the correct amount of sleep, showing that sleep is a vital function, something our bodies need. There was an NBC News article I read, and there's just a couple facts about sleep. It restores energy and memory. Without it, people become irritable, less tolerant. It's more difficult to perform simple functions quickly, and your coordination is affected. So right there's physical issues with your body if you're not giving it the relaxation that it needs. I also believe that there are very few in our society's options for relaxation too. Obviously sleep is readily available to us, which is why it should be more important and should be used more often and for longer amounts of time. But if you look at our society, one of the few relaxation techniques, if you will, is like vacations, which are really expensive. People don't do that very often. Another one is like going to the spa, but again, that's really expensive. If someone can't afford to do those types of things, I mean, again, sleep is always last priority. And then there was just one other article. It listed some facts as well, and it started off with the fact that your learning process overall is improved, and there were even studies done to show that people who slept more had better memories than those that suffered from lack of sleep, and there's even been studies done saying that people who sleep more often or get longer amounts of sleep live longer than people that don't. So I proposed a solution to this issue for students ranging from college students to younger. I'll never forget my freshman gym teacher. Her name was Mrs. Ledford, and she practiced something called active resting. And it was like once a week, she would take us into our wrestling room, our class. She would turn off all the lights, and everybody would just lay down for like 20 minutes. Some kids actually fell asleep because it was so relaxing. I really enjoyed it. I've never experienced anything like that. Other students, even teachers, kind of made fun or like poked fun at her idea, but I think it's a great idea. I've never been able to take a break from my day and be forced to just relax, do nothing. So I thought it was really nice. And I will never forget her talking about how she was saying it was so crazy that kids today are pulled in so many different directions. She's like, when I was younger, it was so different. Like, we had almost the same amount of requirements to complete in a day, but we definitely had more time to focus on ourselves and relax and even sleep. She said she knew a lot of students that would come to school really tired, and that's why she put the active resting in place. So I think something similar should be offered at even DePaul, even here. And I think kids should be forced, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but be forced for, I don't know, each week, like a half an hour session of just going into a room, turning the lights off, and just relaxing. Whether or not they fall asleep is their choice, but I definitely think that it should be valued. We need it. We need the relaxation. We need the sleep. One alternative to this might be that the campuses shut down earlier. They turn off all the lights, and it'll encourage kids to go back to their room, do whatever they have to do and go to bed earlier, or even the kids that they can control in like dorms, lights off type requirements. And I know that sounds crazy because everybody has everything to do, but I really think that we don't value sleep as much as we should. So in conclusion, as I have listed, there's multiple physical benefits that our bodies require from sleep alone and relaxation. Sleep is one of the easiest relaxation techniques, and it should be more important in everyone's life. So I believe that putting my solution in place would create an overall happier campus, and students would enjoy doing things around campus, would be happier people, be better students all around because of the relaxation time. So I think we should stop throwing Z's and start catching them. Woo!
So I was wondering, what did you do for the past few weeks for your journal to catch more sleep, and also like what results did you see?
Okay, it was really hard for me because I don't know if it's just me, but I have a lot of stuff going on. There were a couple days that I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do this piece of homework over 2 days. I'm not just gonna finish it all tonight. And even though I had more work spread out, I didn't really have free time to go shopping or do other things. I forced myself to turn the lights off and go to sleep. So there were a couple nights that worked. Obviously some nights it didn't, but when I did do that, I definitely felt more refreshed, especially when I had like an 8 a.m. lab and stuff. I felt like I could focus better, and I don't know, I just wasn't as tired. I wasn't just focused on being tired, oh, I want to take a nap. It was like, I have more time to get my stuff done earlier, so. Mm-hmm.
You said your idea was to force maybe kids to do this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think maybe there would be an association with punishment if you did that? Sleep and punishment? Can they be seen as punishment?
Yeah, I think so. I do think so. Because like I said, I feel like as a society it's like a bad thing, but somehow I feel that students have to be forced to experience having more relaxation or more sleep to understand that we need it, and it'll be a good thing. It's not a bad thing, it's not a punishment. You'll be a happier person with the sleep or the forced relaxation. It might be hard at first, but I think after students saw the results, they would enjoy it.
Okay. Good job.